Again, everybody, Chris Godfrey here. I'm all set to count down this week's 40 most popular country songs in the USA as they're ranked by MediaBase 24/7 for the week ending May 4th, 2024. Got 4 new songs on the chart this week, but before we get started, let's take a look back at last week's top 3. Number 3 was Tucson Too Late by Jordan Davis. Number 2 was Back Then Right Now by Tyler Hubbard. And the number 1 song last week was the 12th number 1 hit by Sam Hunt called Outskirts. Now, where will Sam be at on this week's countdown? We'll find out soon. First, we get started with a debut from Matt Stale. His last time on the chart, he reached number 33 back in February of 2023 with Man Made. This week, his 5th top 40 hit debuts at number 40, called Breaking in Boots. And debuting at number 39 is the newcomer from California, who's got a viral hit on TikTok right now. Over 9 billion streams so far and counting. The young lady's name is Dasha, and her tune is called Austin. Alright, in his second week in the countdown, he's up 2 to 38, George Burge in Cowboy Songs. And here's her third debut this week, coming in at number 37, the new one from Luke Bryan, called Love You, Miss You, Mean It. At number 36, moving up 3 spots, here's Dierks Bentley with American Girl. Up a couple this week to 35, here's Chris Lane with Find Another Bar. Leaping 4 spots to number 34 is Tyler Childers with In Your Love. Well, I mentioned we have 4 debuts on this week's countdown, so that means we have 4 droppers this week. Falling off the chart are Texas Hold'em by Beyonce, Burn It Down by Parker McCollum, Out of That Truck by Carrie Underwood, and Man Made a Bar by Morgan Wallen and Eric Church. And here's our 4th debut this week, coming in at number 33 is the follow-up to Man Made a Bar. Here's Morgan Wallen as he's joined by Ernest with a tune called Cowgirls. Leaping 3 spots to number 32, here's Zach Top with Sounds Like the Radio. Up 3 spots to 31, here's Dan and Shay with Bigger Houses. In his 6th week in the countdown, he's up 3 to number 30, Keith Urban with Messed Up As Me. Up a couple to number 29, here's Brett Young with Dance With You. Holding steady at number 28 is John Party and Luke Bryan with Cowboys and Plowboys. Leaping 5 spots to number 27, here's Justin Moore with This Is My Dirt. Inching up 1 to number 26, here's Dylan Carmichael with Drinking Problems. Moving up 5 to number 25 this week, here's Parmalee with Gonna Love You. Leaping 5 spots to 24, here's Drew Baldridge with She's Somebody's Daughter. In his 10th week in the countdown, he's up 3 to 23, Tim McGraw with One Bad Habit. Leaping 3 to number 22 is Garth Brooks and Ronnie Dunn and Rodeo Man. And the number 21 song this week, moving up 3 spots, here's Dustin Lynch and Jelly Roll and Chevrolet. In just his 5th week on the chart, Cody Johnson leaps 3 to number 20 with Dirt Cheap. Holding steady at number 19 this week is Old Dominion and Megan Maroney called Can't Break Up Now. Well, here's Megan again here. She slips 1 to 18 this week with her solo hit called I'm Not Pretty. And slipping back a spot to 17, here's Chris Young with Young Love and Saturday Nights. Making a big 5-spot jump to number 16, the first chart hit by Chase Matthew called Love You Again. And moving up 3 spots to 15, his 8th week in the 40, here's Nate Smith with Bulletproof. Inching up 1 to 14, here's Brian Martin with We Ride. Inching up 1 to 13, Jason Aldean and Let Your Boys Be Country. At number 12, inching up 1, Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton with We Don't Fight Anymore. In his 53rd week on the chart, he's up 1 to 11, Jackson Dean with Fearless. Alright, with the first of the 10 biggest hits, here's a former number 1 hit by Warren Ziders, holding out at number 10, called Pretty Little Poison. Leaping 2 spots to number 9, this becomes her very first top 10 country hit. Congratulations to Ashley Cook and the song Your Place. Inching up 1 to number 8 in his 14th week on the chart, Jelly Roll with Halfway to Hell. Holding steady at number 7 this week, here's Kenny Chesney with Take Her Home. And sitting at number 6 this week, here's Lainey Wilson with Wildflowers and Wild Horses. And for another week at number 5, here's Bailey Zimmerman and Where It Ends. Easing down a notch to number 4, here's Jordan Davis with Tucson Too Late. And slipping a spot to number 3, here's Tyler Hubbard with Back Then, Right Now. The number 2 song this week is last week's number 1 by Sam Hunt, called Outskirts. And the new number 1 song in country music this week, taking 35 weeks to get here, leaping 3 spots from number 4 to number 1, the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry, It's Scotty McCreery with his 6th #1 hit called Cab in a Solo. That is our countdown of the 40 most popular country songs of the week. Join me again next week. We'll count them down once again and find out who's got the biggest song in country music.